As part of eSafety Week, I am reading Digiduck's Adventures. This is the second adventure, Digiduck's Famous Friend. It was morning and Digiduck was getting ready for school. "Mummy," he called as he flew downstairs in a flap, "we need to go." "Goodness dear," exclaimed Mrs. Duck, gathering up the last of the things. "What is all this excitement about?" "Mrs. Goose said we're going to have a special visitor today. Someone famous is coming to school." Digiduck quacked with delight. "Wow," said Mrs. Duck. "I wonder who it is. I can't wait to hear all about it this afternoon." In the classroom, Mrs. Goose gathered the children together. "We're going to play a game. You have to guess who our visitor is by asking them questions." "But how will we do that?" asked Crazy Cat. "Are they hiding somewhere for us to find them? In the playground, maybe?" wondered Shy Sheep. "Actually, our special guest has already arrived," she said. "They're waiting for us in the hall. What we're going to do first, though, is talk to them on the internet." "Wow," said all the children. Mrs. Goose continued, "You can ask as many questions as you want to help guess who it is. So have a think with a friend, and then, when we're ready, we'll type our questions here and wait for the reply." Cool Cow raised a hoof. "What sort of questions shall we ask?" "Our guest has said that you can ask them anything except for their personal information," replied Mrs. Goose. A puzzled look swept across the children's faces. "What does that mean?" asked DJ Dog. "Personal information means the important things about you that only your close friends and family should know, like your name, age, and where you live," explained Mrs. Goose. After some enthusiastic discussions, the children were ready. Mrs. Goose began by writing a message. "Hello, how are you today? Thank you so much for coming to visit us. I know you're extremely busy." "I'm very well, thank you, and excited to be here too," came the reply. Digiduck asked the first question. "Are you very famous?" "Well," replied the visitor, "I'm known by many hundreds of children, and adults too, so I suppose that makes me quite famous, yes." "Amazing!" gasped the children. "Do you like sports?" asked Crazy Cat. "Definitely," replied the mystery guest. "I'm brilliant at tumbling and turning." "Whoa," said Digiduck. "Maybe it's Felipe Frog. He's so good at diving, he won a gold medal." "Or perhaps it's Holly Hedgehog," said Shy Sheep with a smile. "She's a gymnast, and that's what they do best." Cool Cow asked the next question. "Do you like playing games?" "I love games," came the reply, "especially when I can play with other people." "I think I know who it is," said Cool Cow. "It must be Pip Parrot. She's on TV and knows all about children's games." "Hang on," said Footy Fox. "It sounds to me like Bella Badger. She's my favourite footballer, and you need lots of people for a football team." "I think we need some more information," said Mrs. Goose. Proud Pig waved a trotter in the air. "I know. What are your brothers' or sisters' names?" "Can't answer that one, I'm sorry," said the mystery guest. "That's personal information that I must keep private." Proud Pig thought for a moment. "Okay, how did you get here today? And, what's your favourite colour?" added Digiduck. The answer soon came back. "I've flown a long way to get here, and my favourite colour is grey." "They've come by aeroplane!" cried Crazy Cat. DJ Dog's eyes grew wide. "It's Rhyming Rabbit, it must be. She's come all the way from America just to see us. She's my hero." Digiduck looked confused. "Now, I'm not sure who it is. We all think it's someone different." "Shall we go and see?" asked Mrs. Goose with a big grin. "Yes!" shrieked the children, unable to contain their excitement. Mrs. Goose typed the last message. "We're on our way," she wrote. Once the class was calm and quiet, Mrs. Goose led them into the hall. The children walked in, their mouths open in disbelief. The stage was empty, apart from a single chair at the side, where Wise Owl was sitting. The children looked around, wondering who their mystery guest was and where they'd gone. Wise Owl stood up and began to speak. "Hi everyone, it was fantastic to talk to you online. I really enjoyed answering your questions." Mrs. Goose watched the children's faces as they realized what had happened. "It's you?" said Digiduck. "You're our special visitor?" Wise Owl nodded. "But we were talking to someone famous," said Shy Sheep, picturing their favourite celebrities on stage. "Absolutely," smiled Wise Owl. "I'm in charge of the Family Farmyard website, so thousands of children know and love me." "But we thought you'd come from America," said DJ Dog. "I said I had flown in a long way," replied Wise Owl, "but I used my wings, and of course my screen." The children thought about what the famous visitor had said and realized they had believed what they wanted to be true. Wise Owl was often tumbling and turning, but he wasn't a gymnast or a diver. He played all the family farmyard games, but he wasn't a footballer or a TV presenter. He was definitely grey, but he wasn't a young rabbit who loved to rap. "Mrs. Goose and I wanted you to see something important," he said with a serious voice. "When you're talking to someone on the internet, you can't always be certain who it is. Unfortunately, not everyone tells the truth online, and people can pretend to be someone else." "So what should we do?" asked Digiduck. "When you're online, it's best only to speak to people that you already know and trust and have seen before, like your friends and family. Sometimes people might ask you to do something that you're not sure about, like add them as a friend, send a photo of yourself, or meet up with them. If any of these things happen, or anything else worries or upsets you, then tell an adult that you trust straight away." Digiduck and his friends listened carefully to Wise Owl's advice, and he spent the rest of the day helping them. They really enjoyed his visit, and he quickly became their most famous and favourite friend of all. Some questions to think about. Why was Digiduck excited to go to school in the morning? Why does the mystery guest not answer Proud Pig's question? Why were Digiduck and his friends surprised to see Wise Owl on the stage? And what did you learn from the story about staying safe online? And for the parents and carers, there is some information here about keeping your children safe online. And for further information is www.childnet.com and www.saferinternet.org.uk.